G'day. Oh, I got another bloody crack in my phone screen. How does that happen with a big protective case? This is Captain Australia. How you doing? So, I think this is the morning of day 15 of my big walk. So last night I stayed with the lovely Jai and Jules in their home outside, well, it's in a place called Woolgoolga, which is about 20k outside Coffs Harbour. Now I'm on the road for Coffs Harbour again. So firstly, let me just completely acknowledge the kindness and the hospitality and the fellowship that I've received so far on my walk. So I've had some lonely nights sleeping rough, trying to resist cyclonic weather. I've had some toiling, walking through horrible weather and all of the rest, but these moments of just kindness and fellowship, they're wonderful. So Jai and Jules, thank you. I'm truly grateful for your kindness, and Jai, you're a great bloody cook, mate, and I'm sure Jules is as well. So we've got a comment there. Hi from Palm Beach. Hey Karen, how you doing? And Jane says good morning to Jane. So I'm now headed for Coffs Harbour. Apparently from where I am it's still 21k to go, but I'll just power through there. I'm completely juiced up. I've got all the nourishment I need. I've had a good rest, so I'm pumped and good to go. When I get to Coffs Harbour, I'm not sure what next. I might just see if I can find a selfie stick so I can give you some better filming, and then power through town and, you know, head for points south, or I might see if there's somewhere where I can camp there or stay. So I'll figure that out. But for now, powering through to Coffs Harbour, and yeah, I think my quest is going reasonably well. So Mick Smith says, hey mate, good to see you're well. G'day Mick, I'm great. Susan is from Perth, hey. And we've got, g'day mate, keep up the big walk, says Shane. Good on you all, thanks so much for your kind comments. Good morning and take care of yourself on your trip, says Dorothy. I'm looking after myself, but look, you can't have a quest without a bit of danger, you know what I mean? You can't have an adventure. You can't just pull things back to basics without having moments where, you know, you take a few risks. Like I've got this solar, you can sort of see it, I think you can see that, this solar panel thing. It's just a mini thing that collects energy from the sun and stores it, and it also uses it to power an internal torch. It's got a compass, it's pretty cool. I got it from the BCF, but the torch on it's just pooped itself, so it doesn't work anymore. And last night I was walking at 9 o'clock or so down this just lightless country road. So, you know, that's not smart and it's not completely safe. I had my phone, so I lit that up so any cars coming could see me pretty well. But it's not just the cars, you know, snakes come out and sun themselves on the road. So you need, I mean, there's just an element of risk in that, but I've got my eyes open, I'm paying attention, and I'm trying to be smart. So, you know, it is what it is. And I think those risks, they just help you remember what's important. You know, I've got my family to get back to eventually, and, you know, for me, the personal healing dimension of the big walk, it's just going really well. My outlook, my overall mental health, the grief and pain and sadness that I still carried from my fight with stage 4 cancer, all of that, it's just sort of slowly leaking out of me. And once that's gone, I get to replace it, you know, with new stuff. So all these people I'm meeting, you know, we're talking about all kinds of fascinating, great topics, you know, like ethics and what's right and wrong in some of the weird and even absurd situations we find ourselves in the world these days. So I'm really, that human element of my quest, I'm loving. And your kindness and support, I'm absolutely loving. Chrissy says, is Jenny allowed to come over for another drink? Oh, you don't want to get... I'm not her bloody keeper, you know? You ask Jenny that. No, she's not allowed. But yeah, just be careful, you know? You know, like, you got, what is it, Bruce Banner, and if you get him angry, Hulk! She doesn't get angry on alcohol, but she becomes about 10 times more formidable. But that's up to you, Chrissy. You decide what you want to do. Oh, nice little country roads and stuff here. It's a really pretty area. So Woolgoolga's right near some beautiful beach, But I'm not really going to explore around here too much. I'm just going to power through to Coffs Harbour. But yeah, that personal dimension of the quest is going really well. The charity side of things, I don't know, it's really important for me to do a good job, but I'm just a buffhead, you know. So I haven't been walking around with the flag up, so a lot of people see me, they just think, what is, what? When I get to Coffs though, I'll put it up, population centre. And I guess that's all about just spreading the word. So look, if you're inclined and you think the cause is a worthy one, and you can give a few minutes of your time to share and spread and all the rest, please go ahead. I really just, I want to do a good job for the charity. I've probably already missed 100 little opportunities to do better at promoting it. So if there's anything you can do to help in that regard, just to get the word out, thank you so much. And, oi, hill, walking up a hill. Oi, so Captain Australia's big walk, and I think it's day 15. So I've been on the road for 2 weeks. Physically not doing too badly. So most of those blisters and spots are all healing up really well. But I've got a new one from the wet weather yesterday. Soggy socks are the worst. But I'm being as smart as I can to prevent them. So yeah, I think with just a few dry days I'll be all good. Sorry for the heavy breathing. This big old heavy pack, when I walk uphill, you need to dig in a bit. Oi. But yeah, I think I'm getting stronger and fitter. And look here, I can talk to you while I'm exerting myself. That's a sign of, you know, everything's working the way it's meant to. But yeah, the pack's probably up around 20k again. But I think I'm stronger. So I'm carrying extra water right now. And yeah, I think I've just gotten better with the pack. Anyway, so woolgoolga, Joy, Jules, wonderful people, lovely people, warm, kind. And so far everyone uniformly is warm and kind. We all have different viewpoints. And you know, just the people I've met over the last few days, each had vastly different viewpoints. And if you put them in a room together, they might start arguing. But individually, face to face, warm, kind, wonderful. So where the big walk shows you that you can take this broken old life and it can be mended, to me that speaks to a solid hope that our society can be mended as well, you know? Because individually we're all great. We just, you know, all of the groups, corporations, government, all those other things come into play, we get a bit muddled up. So, you know, there's a lot of bad vibes in the world. I got to see some news last night. Hadn't seen the news for a couple of weeks. And it wasn't really lovely. Oh, have I? But let's finish up that thought. Actually, sorry, comment. We had a comment flash past. There we go. Okay, sorry, I think I've come to a slightly worse reception. Darren says, morning Captain Australia, how was last night's sleep and shower, matey? Soldier on, buddy, see you at the harbour bridge soon, mate. Yeah, Darren, wonderful. The feed, the bed, and most of all, the fellowship. It was fantastic. So yeah, Coffs Harbour next. When I see the ocean, I'll stream up again and we can have a chat, okay? I'll show you some lovely beach on the way. But for now, I need to recheck my maps and make sure I'm headed in the right direction. So thank you so much for your time. This has been a morning update from Captain Australia. Oh, we got a comment. Killing it, Captain. Thank you. And doing great. You're amazing. Good on you. Oh, thanks, Joanne. That's very kind of you. Morning, Cap. Enjoy your morning post. Take care on that. Yeah, the motorway is a bit iffy. But yeah, I've got a plan. I think for the next part of the walk, I should be able to avoid the motorway for quite a lot. At worst, I take the old Pacific Highway, but there's going to be some lovely bush roads and beach roads that we're going to see coming up in the next week or so. So I've got that mapped out in my mind a little bit. Just need to start walking. So absolute pleasure. Oops, someone says, Society has a long way to go. I found that individual people are kind. I'm just so glad they're still out there. Yeah, well, scratch the surface. I think that's what I'm learning, that decency and goodness is actually the norm, and the stuff that we see in the contaminated sort of society level is the distortion. Anyway, I really need to check maps, so let me sign out there. Thank you so much for your interest and attention. Oh, we got a question. Rob asks, do you have a GPS map of where you have been tracking? Yeah, so I haven't, like, in terms of exactly where I've walked and all the rest, I just, like, those things, they drain a lot of background battery power. So as it is, these streams, when I do a stream, I'm suddenly 20% down on battery. So I had an app like Track Your Walk and all of that sort of stuff, but the cost of using it versus the benefit just didn't really seem worth it. But yeah, I've taken the path less traveled in a number of cases, so it's not the direct route. But when I'm done, I'll be able to map it all out in intricate detail and try and do a pretty cool map, and I'll put in photos of the different places I stopped along the way and make it into like a bit of a poster, which I'll share with everybody who might like to see it. Keep moving on, may it be an enjoyable day. Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll sign out there. Thank you for your kindness and your interest. I'm touched, deeply touched. I wish you well, and have a lovely day. And Rob says to have a great walk. Thank you, Rob. All the best, everybody. Yep, so I'll check in when I hit the beach. Cheers.